Hello everyone. Today in this video we are going to learn about two literary devices, that is personification and transferred epithet. So let's first understand what do we mean by personification. If you look closely, there is the word person hidden in personification. Thus, it means that whenever we give human-like abilities to other objects, objects can be non-living, for example, clouds, alarm clock, etc. Or they can be living but non-humans, for example, birds, animals, etc. So whenever we give human-like abilities to any other non-human object, it is known as personification. For example, clouds are crying. Now, can the clouds cry? No, only human beings can cry. So that means we have given human-like qualities to the clouds. Thus, we have personified the clouds here. So, in order to make our writings more interesting, instead of saying it is raining, we can also say that the clouds are crying if the situation is a little bit sad. So it becomes the example of personification. Let's look at the second example. Every morning, alarm clock shouts at me to wake up. Now, can the alarm clock really shout? No, it does not have a mouth, it does not have a tongue, it cannot produce sound, it cannot speak. Human beings can shout. So here we have personified the alarm clock. We have given the ability of shouting, which only human beings possess, to the non-living alarm clock. So alarm clock shouts at me becomes an example of personification. Now let's move on to the transferred epithet. Here you can easily identify the word transfer. We all know what do we mean by transfer. When we transfer something from one place to another. And what is the meaning of epithet? Epithet means adjective. So let's understand its meaning by the example. The first sentence says, students spend sleepless nights during exams. What is the adjective here? Sleepless. And it is used for nights. But are nights sleepless? Can the night sleep? No. Who can sleep? Students. So here students are sleepless. Students are unable to sleep. But the adjective has been transferred. It has been shifted from students to night. So initially the word sleepless should have been used for students. But they have transferred it to night. So this become an example of transferred epithet. Second example, the old man looked at her with kind eyes. Now what is the adjective here? Kind. But are the eyes kind? No. Who is kind? The old man. So the epithet kind is transferred from old man to eyes. Thus it becomes the example of transferred epithet. If you compare personification and transferred epithet, you will find one thing, that in personification we generally use the verbs. Crying, shouts, these both are verbs. So in personification, non-living objects are performing some kind of action. They are doing something. We are using the verbs. Whereas in transferred epithet, we are only talking about qualities. We are talking about adjectives. So here we have given non-living objects like night or eyes some kind of adjectives. They are not doing anything. They are not performing any action. But they have been given an adjective. I hope this is clear to you. Now let's look at some examples from class 10 poems. So the examples of personification that have been used are, first, in the poem Fog. Fog comes, it sits. So fog is a non-living object. But again, We are saying that fog comes, it sits. We are giving them the verb. We are giving them human-like qualities, that the fog has ability to come and sit. Thus, we have personified fog here. Next example is from the poem Trees. Sun bury its feet. Now, sun is not a human being. It does not have any feet. But still, we have given him the human-like qualities. So, the sun is being personified here. Another example, boughs shuffling under the roof. Boughs means the branches, and the branches are shuffling. So again, we have given it human-like qualities. Branches are doing some kind of action. So again, it is an example of personification. Another example is from the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. He stalks in his vivid stripes. He. He is a pronoun used for human beings, used for boys. Now, who is he here? Tiger. So, just by using the word he, just by using the pronoun which is used for human beings, we have personified the tiger. So, it also becomes an example of personification. Now for the transferred epithet, we have examples again from the poem Fog. Sits on silent haunches. Haunches are basically the back legs, the hind legs. So here, sits on silent haunches is referring to the cat. That cat sits silently. So cat is silent, not the legs. But we are not saying the silent cat, we are saying silent haunches. So the adjectives is being transferred from cat to haunches. So again, it becomes an example of transferred epithet. Next example is from the poem Amanda. Here the poet has used the phrase hushed feet. Again, the feet is not silent. It is Amanda who is silently drawing patterns with her feet. So hushed feet, feet has been given the adjective here. Then poem A Tale of Custard the Dragon. Here we have a line, Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Terrified means scared and yelp means shout. Now the shout, scream cannot be scared. Who is scared? Mustard. Mustard is terrified. But the adjective has been transferred from mustard to yelp. So again it becomes an example of transferred epithet. Hope everything is clear to you. If you have any doubts, then don't forget to put them down in the comment section. Thank you everyone for watching. Keep practicing and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.